a good time, and it's sure to make you smile. On the bus, in the car, on the AirPods without wires. Rank it up on the worksite, it's the Betterman podcast. Betterman podcast.
G'day there, podcaster. Fun episode today, a little bit different. No producer Bell, so we gave What's Trending the bone because we didn't think producer Andy was up to scratch to do it. We found out she had COVID at work. So we've all got to do like rats as soon as we get in. And Belle had a rat in one hand that was positive, and she said, "Well, if I got to go, does anyone want my tea?" No,
no one wants.
We don't want your weird COVID tea, Belle. But she's off. So I suppose. I suppose we just won't do the love rap. Maybe not what's trending. Taylor Jones, newsreader extraordinaire. She's off with COVID at the moment as well. It's starting to get pretty thin in these offices. But we are still going strong. Enjoy the podcast.
Oh, good morning, Adelaide. Happy Monday.
And what a weekend it was. One of those real where were you when it happened type moments. On Friday, Ben and I, we were in a bus on the way home from
a trip in the Barossa.
Yep, at Lou's place. It was very lovely. And just watching on Ben's phone there in the back of the bus, the big 1,000.
Can he do it? He's kicked well tonight from set shots. He comes in. He's going to kick from about 48. It's on its way. Buddy Franklin! He's kicked it! What a magic moment for Les Buddy Franklin! And they're coming in their hundreds and thousands at the SCG.
I like the commentator there. Like, obviously working in radio, you know, you got to put a bit of mayo and stuff sometimes.
Yeah, you got to juice it up.
They're coming in hundreds of thousands.
Pretty sure
it's about 50,000 people at the game.
Yeah, we know the capacity of the SCG, mate. We've got Wikipedia, okay?
Even if it was the MCG, it still wouldn't be hundreds of thousands.
There's millions of them. The whole of Sydney's piled on top of them.
Ben and Liam, it's like dopamine for your ears.
Gee, Ben, 34 days now until you get married to the love of your life. Sam, how you feeling?
Starting to get a little bit more nervous as it gets closer.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like the biggest day of your life.
Becomes more real. I think I'm just nervous that there's going to be like everybody, I've never had all my family and all my friends.
Yeah.
And all of Sam's family and all of her friends all together.
What if it kicks off? What if there's a big fight? These are the things you got to worry about.
You know how I live my life. I like to keep everyone real separated.
Yeah, but you also love people and you love parties.
They're two things that I don't love.
I think you're a very sociable guy.
Yeah.
And you're very extroverted.
You know that I'm not a sociable person and I'd rather not go out unnecessarily.
All I'm saying, Ben, is 34 days. What haven't you had yet?
You know I don't want one.
Want a what? Boys on tour! Lads.
I don't want a buck show. Certainly not a ladsy buck show.
Oh, I've been waiting for this.
I know you have.
Oh, this is exciting.
You're not supposed to be more excited than I am about it.
No, I am Ben's better man. If you didn't know, I was snubbed as the best man. He went for his brother, a little controversial, but obviously as the better man, you know, you have sort of bigger responsibilities. One of them being getting all the lads together and throwing a big old bucks.
Just on the side as well, low-key, Liam, my brother has organised a bucks, so I don't know why you've done this.
Hear about that one? I didn't hear about that one. So
it's just like a low-key golf day.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like you, though, does it? Party. Wild. Okay, well, what have your brother's done this boring party?
Yeah, no, he said, what do I want to do? And I said, go golfing.
Oh, that doesn't sound like you at all.
What do you want to do? What do you organise?
I mean, what do you want to do?
I would like to go golfing.
That's boring. No one wants to do that.
Then don't ask me what I want.
No one wants to do that.
Don't ask me what I want.
Ben, listen, who's ever been on a bucks party and just played golf? Let's go through some other things. Okay, like what when you think like the ideal bucks party,
yep,
what comes to mind?
What about if you went and watched like a Port Adelaide game?
That's not a bucks party activity. that is just a thing you can do all the time. This is Listen, this is the one night of your life where you can let loose, go hog wild. This is your last chance.
What if we just go to the pub down the road?
Lock it up.
Down the road from my house.
Think more club. Think crazy.
I don't want to go to a club.
How do we feel about strippers?
I don't want any of those.
You don't want any of those?
I don't want any of those
Okay.
near me.
I'll say maybe. But I'll say maybe on those ones.
So you're currently organising me a bucks.
Yeah, and it's going to be huge. Look, if you've had a bucks show before or if you've been to one, you might have some ideas. What should we do on Ben's Big Bucks this week?
What if we do the Adelaide Oval roof climb?
You keep saying stuff that old people do. Then that's great, but that's like just a tour you can do with your family. 13, 24, 10. What should we do for Ben's Big Bucks?
What about those barbecue boys on the Torrens?
We're not doing a barbecue boy, mate. We'll flip a barbecue boy.
Barbecue boy with strippers.
Now you're thinking.
Give me another suggestion. What else do you want to do? Or what do you want to do?
Go to the casino. Do you know what I mean? Like, go crazy. Just be like, whatever. Like, just put 10 grand on it. All on black. Why not?
My money?
Yeah, well, it's your bucks. I mean, I'm not going to use my money. Julie has given us a call. You have a suggestion. What do you think we should do
I've got a
at Ben's
few
Bucks?
suggestions.
Okay.
So you can hire out the big nightclub bus, go around in the city, go to all the nightclubs and go to Holy Moly. There's your golfing and you can drink as well.
Yeah.
Actually, I wouldn't mind going to Holy Moly,
I
Julie.
see. So it's like a bit at best of both
Yeah.
worlds.
You know what? I've been saying to my fiancée Sam that we should go play Holy Moly soon, so maybe I could bring her.
Not a chance in hell. This is a boys' night. This is a Bucks show.
So no partners?
I don't think, just reading between the lines, between you and me, I don't think the bride should be in a 50k radius.
Steve joins us now. Good morning, Steve.
Hiya, boys.
What's your suggestion for the big bucks that Liam's throwing me?
I reckon you should hit up the guys at SA Charters and go out for a tuna day.
Oh, yeah, tuna day. Oh, yeah, okay, tuna day could be all right. Yeah, do you have a connection with the SA Charters?
No, I went out with them not long ago, and
You get some
pretty
big,
good bunch of blokes, and
get some
caught
big
tuna.
tunas. Yeah, you get some good ones.
Yeah.
Go to Cape Jervis in the morning.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Spend a day at Victor in the afternoon.
Oh yeah. I must admit, I'm not a big fisher, Liam.
Yeah, look, I was thinking a little, bit more rude stuff, you know what I mean? Like stuff that you can't do. You can always go tuna fishing. But, I mean, I'm happy to arrange that for the morning, potentially, if it's something that you really wanted to do.
Lee. Good morning, Lee. What's your suggestion for the big bucks?
I suggest X-Golf at Marion. It's an indoor golf venue that you can have all-you-can-drink packages, and he gets to play golf.
That sounds pretty good, Lee. Do you run X-Golf by any chance?
No, I work there, though.
Oh,
yeah,
great.
I was going to say, it really does seem like...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you get to play simulated golf, and you can have cocktails, and there's...
All for an affordable price.
Electrical darts.
Bookings going this weekend. Yeah, easy, Lee.
Lee, that does sound pretty good.
How do you feel about, Lee, how do you feel about adult entertainment on the premises?
We have had it.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Can I say for the record that Liam's saying that as a joke? Like, there won't be any...
Oh, yeah, I'm joking. Totally. Wink, wink. Jazz, do you have a suggestion for Ben's Big Bucks?
So I am on the weekend somewhat of a naked entertainer, as they say.
Okay.
One of my funnest bug parties that I ever did was these guys hired a giant jumpy castle. Obviously, leaving all to the imagination. Let's just say I have implants and enhancements. So, a little bit of fun on there. Crank out some naked twister.
Naked twister.
Naked twister.
Slow down, Jazz.
So
I'm
fun.
writing some notes. Hang on. Sorry. Bouncy castle.
like-
naked twister.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Honestly, some of the funnest things that I've ever done, but naked twister is a really good way to break the ice. And yeah, you get to see all different kinds of things. Obviously, it's the girls that are naked, so the guys, you get a good view and you have a good day, and yeah, that's what buck parties are all about, right?
Look, I'm looking at this guy and his eyes are lighting up. Ben is saying, yes.
That's what you want.
Do you have any bookings this weekend, Jasmine?
I actually don't, so if you want to hit me up, I can help you guys out.
We'll put you down for a party of 20. Just give us your BSB and account number.
What was the venue Jazz worked at? Did you catch the venue?
No, I think it was just you. She
Freelance.
said she's a freelance, so it's like I think we have to get the bouncy castle, and then she comes over.
Yep, I don't want to do that.
Your mouth is saying no, but I think your eyes are saying yes.
Make up for missed holidays with whatif.com this Easter. You got ocean view apartments for us and water park for the kids. Plus, select hotels are fully refundable. How good? Booking cancellation windows apply.
What if it's Aussie for travel? Check government advisories before booking and travelling.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
Morning, Bree and Gawler. How was your weekend, mate?
Yeah, it was good.
Good. Well, let's see if we can win you a quiz this morning. 5 questions in front of us. They were pretty easy. Preparations for the Adelaide 500 coming back to the city this year are underway
Hang on,
already.
it's coming back.
Yeah, well, that's what Malinowski's promised, so you would hope. Can you name a car manufacturer, Bree?
Holden?
Yeah, good.
Well, yeah, I guess they are still made, aren't they? As I say, it's not here, but that wasn't the question. So well done.
It was a car
It is
manufacturer.
a car manufacturer,
Yes. It would have been pretty rough not to accept that. The Academy Awards are today, Bree. What bloke's name is the more common name for the awards?
Oh, I have no idea.
So the Academy Awards are today. It's actually a pretty easy question. So if you think about, like, the Academy Awards, like the big one.
What are they otherwise known as? It's a person's name.
When you think of the big award ceremony for acting. What's the big one?
Not sure. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's not the Logies.
Okay, Bree.
We'll move on to Mickey in Glandor. I mean, what's the big, the playoff music, the Hollywood, Dolby Theatre sort of thing? Do you know what it's called? The Academy Awards? I was
I
nominated.
just gotta choose a name.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like a gold statue.
Brad?
Yeah, the Brads, yeah. yeah, no, those famous awards, the Brads.
No, so, okay.
Okay, I don't know. Is it a weirdly worded question? I think it's pretty easy stuff.
It seems easy, doesn't it?
Sean, surely you know this. Like, it's like it's a person's name, but it's also like a famous award, like the main award you get nominated for. Leo DiCaprio didn't win one for a long time, and he was really due one.
Tony.
13 24 10 is the number. Give us a buzz. Producer Bell's got COVID at the moment, so the phones are a little bit slower than normal. But 13 24 10. There are some spots free if you'd like to give us a buzz and have a guess at the 610 quiz. The question is so easy. It's blowing me away that no one's got it yet.
Olivia from Mile End, do you know the answer?
I'm gonna say Leonardo.
Guys, are you...
Okay, hang on.
I can't spell it out anymore.
Olivia, I'm going to give you the answer, and I'm just going to see how you react to it, okay? Have you heard of the Oscars?
Yeah,
It's the Oscars.
obviously, yeah.
Don't you say obviously now.
Don't act like you knew
We've
the
just been
answer.
trying to...
Oh.
Move on to Nat in Lobethal.
Nat, good morning.
I mean, I really...
Morning, boys.
I hope we can speed this up this morning, Nat. You seem like the person to do it. Over the weekend, everyone was talking about Buddy Franklin, historic moment. Everyone was running onto the field at the SCG. Why were they doing that? What did he do?
He kicked the goal.
Yes, but how many?
Oh, I don't know. A hat-trick?
A hat-trick. Yeah, he kicked 3 goals. So it's actually never happened in footy before. Buddy Franklin kicked 3 goals. It was a pretty huge thing. And then the whole stadium decided to run.
Look, if you're listening to the radio right now, Liam and I are well aware that this is an easy quiz and that people should be getting this right. But it blows us away
honest,
that you can get so many easy questions
I'm
wrong.
furious. We're at about 6 minutes now. This is base grade stuff. Lydia from South Plimpton, good morning.
Oh my gosh, this is frustrating.
It's frustrating, I know. Cassie Sainsbury.
Hang on, did we do the Buddy one? How many goals did Buddy kick?
1,000.
There you go.
Cassie Sainsbury. Yeah. She's been married in Colombia. She posted a pic of her new wife, Tatiana, on Instagram with the caption, just married. We tried to get her on for an interview last year and she was going to charge us $500 for it, so we said no. What nickname did she get dubbed after her arrest in 2017?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, that's the theme of the show.
Yeah. The headphones one, Bogota?
No.
Last name Cassie, first name...
Cocaine.
There you go.
That's the one.
You did get it.
It's Celine Dion's birthday this week, 54 years young. Can you finish these iconic lyrics?
My heart will go on.
Yeah.
Please. Wrap it up. End it.
Normally,
End the pain.
Normally we would get you to sing the answer, but
you don't want to hear that.
it has gone on long enough this morning. You get to choose the next song we play, Lydia. Would you like to hear some Kylie Minogue? That was a weird spot for it to come in. Some Kylie Minogue.
Or would you like to hear my song?
Take me back to the sweet times. I'm under rescue.
What do you want to hear?
I reckon some Bondi.
Yeah, you're thirsty for some Merc. All right, well, if you're a little parched, I'm happy to oblige, Lydia. This is Thirsty Merc in the summertime on Nova. You're with Ben and Liam. Good morning.
Tell you who's thirsty. Us after that 610 quiz. Get me a drink.
I feel like smashing my head against the wall after that one.
We purposely make it super easy.
Is it the Tonys?
Sweet times, hot nights. Everything is gonna be alright in the summertime. Baby, in the summertime.
Here's another bit of curry.
Ben, I've been getting into Pilates a lot lately. It's such fun. My fiancée Sarah has been doing it for a long time. She dragged me along. I thought, nah, that stuff's not for me. But then when I went, loved it. Maybe the Pilates has been getting in the way of our friendship a little bit. I mean, I know you wanted to hang out a few times over the weekend.
I've never wanted to hang out.
Yeah, you wanted to hang out, right, over the weekend.
No,
don't
you
remember. Called me. You called me, remember?
I remember calling you.
Yeah, well, I mean, you did. I actually recorded the conversation because I couldn't do it. Here it is.
That must be my mobile telephone. Hello? Oh, hey there, Ben. How you doing? Nah, sorry, mate, I can't. I've got my Pilates class. What's Pilates, you ask? Well, it's a class where you can increase the muscle strength and tone your abdominal muscles, lower back, hips, and buttocks. Want to know how it works? Well, it all starts with a little thing called a reformer. It's the machine you use at KX Pilates. Make sure you wear your Lululemon and bring your towel to Pilates. Reformer. Use more springs for resistance to make your booty round. Who wants to be muscly when you can be toned as hell? KX Pilates. A way to get some definition to your bum. It's like yoga but a little more fun. Grab a kombucha when you're done with it all. An almond latte and a little protein ball. There's no point bulking up your arms and your chest. Get on your back and let Reformer do the rest. Please sponsor me, guys. I like the courses, but I wouldn't mind going for free. In commercial airtime, that would have been very expensive to have a whole song written about you. So I suppose if I scratch your back, you could probably scratch mine. To be fair, I have been able to scratch my back better since I've really learned to stretch my muscles out on the Reformer. That's the end of the song. Keep it in mind. Email me, stapleton.liam@novaentertainment.com.au. That's my actual email, so don't abuse it. Please, I'm begging you.
That's not how I sound.
That was the best impression I could do of you on the phone.
I hope for your sake they do sponsor you.
Me too. Me too.
I thought it was funny in the song that you were referencing KX. What is it? KX Pilates? And I thought, there's more than one place that does it. And then it made sense because then you were trying to get them to sponsor you.
Yeah, no. I'm there's more parodies where that came from KX. KX Pilates North Adelaide. I'm looking at you.
Aren't you trying to get some sponsorship from Lululemon as well?
I'm working on a few things. Yes.
So behind the scenes, they messaged Liam and said, hey man, come get some Lululemon. But Liam was trying to work out if it was free or not.
Yeah. Which is awkward because I'm pretty sure the guy listens and hey, if you're listening and you're that Lululemon guy, just let me know if it's free or not because it will be a real deciding factor of whether I come into the store or not, to be honest.
Liam Pod Men Cast. Wait, I said that wrong. Ben and Liam Podcast.
We are joined now by our sportman, Tom Rehn. G'day, Tommy.
Hello, boys.
We've actually been brainstorming. We thought of a name for the little sports segment.
Because, you come in every single Monday, so we've been thinking long and hard about this.
I like this.
We're thinking 2.5 Rehn.
I'm the half, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm easily the shortest.
Yeah, you're the shortest. And I'm glad you like it because we've also made this. Loss is a real fan of 40-minute long intros, so we...
As long as I get the wage and perhaps a few of the addictions that Charlie shares. I'm all in.
Yeah. Well, let's talk sport over the weekend. Another disappointing one for both the Adelaide teams.
It's hard to know how to polish a turd twice, but we're going to have to try and do it. Let's start with Port. That's as bad a loss as I've seen for them in several years. At home against Hawthorn, who a lot thought would be bottom 4.
I almost spat out my chicken when I was sitting in the chairman's dinner.
Yeah, Ben was having a great time. Don't know how much of the game he saw eating his prawn sandwiches.
That was painful to watch. And I thought at first, the first quarter, I was like, slow start, we'll get him in the second. Second quarter, I was like, okay, it was a little bit better. And then by half time, I was so over it. They just didn't look like at all winning that game.
And look, full credit to the Hawks. They were awesome, but the power, like, you're just waiting for them to get going. And you're right, they're really struggling at the moment. Few injuries now as well, so they have to bounce back this week. We'll get to that in a moment. But the Crows as well. Look, we expected them to struggle a bit this season, but nonetheless, 7 goals against Collingwood, who we also thought would be a low side. Not a great result for them either.
I mean, the only exciting part of that game was the little fire evacuation they had. I was watching it on the TV, and I think the alarm, like, everyone evacuated the stadium and then came back in. Yeah. Probably would have been best if they just all left. I think some of the Crows fans.
At least the Collingwood players, and the Crows can catch up a little bit.
Well, that's it. Yeah, that might have been the way to do it.
So then I guess coming down to the showdown, is it Friday night?
Friday night. So it's the first ever primetime showdown. So a lot of people will be saying, well, is it still going to be a big one?
Yeah.
Yes, it will. I mean, this is 2 teams that no matter where they are in the ladder, it's going to be a big game. So there'll be a huge atmosphere. Look, I think you'd have to say Port will start favourites, but the way they played Saturday night, it's anyone's guess. So big game, both sides desperate need a win. Showdown 51.
Well, look, you say atmosphere, but no matter how good the game is, I don't think it's going to come close to the moment that we were all waiting for at the SCG on Friday night.
He's done it so many times. 999 goals, Buddy Franklin. The legend becomes immortal.
I've put in a lot of hard work, especially this last year, and it's a great milestone. It'll be something I'll look back on when I finish my career and be extremely proud of.
It was iconic. Iconic.
It was great, wasn't it? How good was that? I did have a bit of anxiety watching the crush of people. But
oh my God.
The way Buddy handled it was just magnificent. He just lapped it up. I thought it was outstanding.
I found it quite amusing when, like the thousands of people ran, they're all patting him on the head. He definitely would have got COVID from that situation, 100%. And then when he went back into the change rooms, he was doing the Channel 7 interview, like on the pole, as if they're going to give him COVID. He's already got it.
If any Sydney or Geelong player gets through this week without getting COVID, it's a miracle.
Oh, absolutely.
They haven't tested.
And then West Coast had like 14 people out of their side.
Yeah.
I doubt they'll have anyone left. Now, we I don't know if you know the name Pat McAfee. I mean, I'm sure you would tell me.
Yes, the American man.
Yeah, I think he's a big, NFL player over in the States.
And he's got like a massive sports podcast.
Yeah, he's huge, and he's become famous in the headlines in recent years, just commenting on AFL footy, because he's a big fan.
He first discovered AFL footy when COVID first hit and everyone went into lockdown and stopped playing sport. Except remember when AFL tried to squeeze out 2 more weeks?
Yeah, that's right.
That's when he fell in love with the game.
Like, they got no pads. It's big hits all over the field. All over the field.
These guys rock, man.
Yeah, literally. Have a little listen to him. He was very excited when he saw Buddy got 1,000.
Buddy Franklin attempted and scored his 1,000th career goal. The entire stadium attacks him. This guy, an absolute assassin with the footy. That son of a can land it in a keyhole if he had to. I couldn't help but just get overwhelmed with joy for this guy.
That son of a bitch can get in a keyhole if he wanted to.
Thanks, Rennie.
I love it. Good on you, boys.
Ben and Liam love you.
Most people are on the streaming services these days, Ben. I've just finished Euphoria on binge, both seasons of that. Producer Belle's not here this morning. She's got COVID, but she's a bit of a free stuff rat. She's using my account, obviously. So when you log in, there's 2 profiles. There's one that says Liam, and then there's one that says the rat.
Did you call it the rat, or did she call it the rat?
We've called her that so much now that she knows she's the rat, and she doesn't pay for any accounts. She's she's got her Netflix, she's got her binge, whatever. She's ratting off of our stuff.
Can you watch binge at the same time she's watching it?
No, I have been kicked off in the past.
That's so annoying.
I know. But what's been more annoying is, like, I've been coming to work. I know Belle's been watching it on the account. I've been watching it. So I'm like trying to talk about the show, and you can vouch for me here, Ben. she had no idea what I was talking about, but she's like was ahead of me the whole time. Like she started watching it before I did. And I was like, how have you not seen that? Like that's such a key bit. And she's like, oh, nah, I fast forward the talking bits and I fast forward the musical bits.
That's not even funny. That's annoying.
It's like
that's
the whole
so
show.
Annoying.
I think she's just watching the sex scenes. Like, I mean, if you're fast forwarding all the bits with the talking in it, what's left? The action sequences?
Why are you even watching the show if you're fast forwarding through the dialogue? What is wrong with you?
And look, it's the same at home. Like every time we watch something, Sarah's just on Instagram. Like we'll say, oh, she's like, I want to watch this, and then she'll be on Instagram. So I may as well just choose whatever the hell I want to watch.
Yeah.
Because she's not paying attention at all, and then she'll be like, oh, who's that guy?
Oh, don't ask who it is if you're not watching.
That's Harry Potter, sweetie. That's the main character. That's the boy who lived. We're 5 films in. You should know that by now. What's your partner's annoying viewing habits?
Yeah, you know what my partner Sam does? If we're watching something, she has no problem getting up and leaving to go do something and then saying, oh, don't pause it.
Yeah.
Which you think is more annoying because she, you know, someone wants to pause it, but I would rather she be engaged watching the show.
Know.
I want you to want to know what's going on.
That is true. I want someone to be as invested as I am in everything. Even if I've seen something like 4 times, I'm like, I've got to pick up every little detail.
If you get up and walk out, you clearly don't care enough about the show. Like, as soon as I get up, I say pause it, please, because I want to come back. I want to know what's going on.
What a slap in the face to my show. If you don't want it to be paused.
I can already see a few guys calling in for this. Maybe it's a chance to vent. If you would also like to dob in your boyfriend or husband as well, great chance to do it. 13 24 10.
What's your partner's annoying viewing habit? Ben, does your partner have a bit of an annoying viewing habit?
Yes, morning guys. Yes, my wife, she complains about the things that I want to watch, but when I say to her, well, you pick something, she picks it and then falls asleep within 5 minutes.
Yeah, such a thing, isn't it?
And then she wakes up, you know, a few times through it and says, "Oh, why'd you change the channel or something?" You know, so just
well, you know what, Ben? There's something kind of similar that I have where if we are watching a show, this is another annoying habit. If we're watching a show and she falls asleep, the next day she'll go, "Oh, let's go back to where we're up to."
You have to watch it again. Hang on, I watched 40 minutes of the thing I didn't want to watch in the first place. You just stay awake next time, please. Sandy, your partner has a bit of an annoying viewing habit as well?
Yes, I've got one that doesn't like commercials, so you have to watch about 10 shows at once because just constantly flicks through the stations.
Yeah. So sorry. So if you're watching like regular TV, when the ads come on, they'll just change show altogether and then start watching that one for 10 minutes.
Yeah, correct. And if you forget to come back to the original show, you've already missed the other bit, so there's no point watching it.
That's so funny. So, like, even in the footy, like, someone scores a goal, you watch 30 seconds of 60 minutes and then flick back over.
That, to me, that reminds me so much of, like, growing up watching TV with mum and dad. Because back in the olden days, like, when it was just ads, that's how you'd watch TV. You'd flick around.
Also, I have fond memories of sitting in the beanbag and then there's, like, a real cliffhanger moment on the movie and then, toilet break, everyone, reset, let's go get a bag of chips when the ads are on. Wade, an annoying habit that your partner has when you're watching things?
Oh, my partner is always saying, "Oh, I want to sit down and watch this show with you, but I don't think it's your kind of thing." It's like, why ask me to watch it if you don't think I'm going to like it?
That is
true. And then there's the obligatory, like 10 times throughout the show, "Oh, you're not enjoying this, are you? Oh, you're not enjoying this, are you?"
Yeah. I know that's so true. Yeah, but I'm not. And you knew I wasn't before we started. But remember, it was still your choice in the first place for me to watch this.
Good one, Wade.
It's Ben and Liam.
And Ben and I have some Showdown tickets to give away.
All this week, in fact, we have got double passes to give away to the Adelaide Crows versus Port Adelaide Showdown. Both teams off to 2 losses to start the year, so you know they're going to want it. It's going to be a big game.
Chelsea from Anglevale, you're a pretty big Crows fan, is that right?
Sure am.
And where are you this morning?
I'm at work.
Okay, well that may affect the way this goes. Monica in Crafers West is a big Power fan, is that right?
Yes, it is.
All right, nice. Now, just make sure everyone's got their radios turned down in the background because I can hear a little bit of feedback. But, Liam, how's the game going to work?
Well, basically, we're going to need Chelsea and Monica to let out a can Crows and a can Power.
Yep.
And the person with more energy is going to win because we want the person who's going to add to the atmosphere the best. Yep. to walk away with the tickets. It's kind of a little bit like that game at school you might have played.
You'd say a naughty word, and another person would have to say it louder.
You got to say it louder and louder and louder until the teacher gets really angry.
Yep.
Chelsea, you are at work. Would you like to set the pace with a bit of a calm the crows?
Calm the crows.
It's not bad.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Monica, where are you calling from?
I'm just calling on the way to my son's school.
I mean, surely you should be able to smoke this. You're not around people in a public place. Can you let out a louder calm the power?
Calm the power.
Yeah, add a little bit more grunt to it.
A little bit more, but, I mean, you're really going to need to up the game.
Yeah.
Chelsea, our Crows fan, come on. Bring it home. Big one.
Calm the bloody crows.
Oh, yeah.
She put an adjective in
there. I mean,
there.
it's going to be hard to beat that, Monica. You're really going to need to lift your game.
All right, here we go.
Ready?
Calm the power.
I like how it went longer, but it needed a little bit more mongrel. I'm just going to see. I want to see if Chelsea can tap into that real Amazonian woman. Just go like one more and just I know you're around people, but just imagine you're
Chelsea,
at the game. There's like 1 point in it.
You're in the lead right now. If you can give us a good one, you win these tickets. Go for it.
Woo!
It's a win for me.
Yeah,
You're not
you got
topping
the
that.
tickets.
You're not topping that. Down the bloody Crows. On you, Chelsea. You're off for the Showdown this weekend.
Woohoo! Thank you.
No worries at all. And we have got more Showdown tickets to give out this morning and across the week.
I think I heard a bit of a voice break there. You might have to have a strepsil.
P to the O to the D to the cast.
And on Friday night at the SCG in Sydney, Lance Buddy Franklin became the 6th ever player in the AFL to kick 1,000 goals.
Lance Franklin crosses the 50 now, hits 40. It's all about the kick. It's right through the middle. Buddy joins the legends with 1,000 goals, and the Sydney fans come from absolutely everywhere.
We've been talking about it all morning, but it's so cool. I mean, he had 4 to kick, and if it trickled out over the next 3 to 4 games, it kind of wouldn't be as cool. But the fact that he got 4 in that game that everyone was expecting at the SCG was just something special.
It's so nice because it's like a once-in-a-generation type thing. Probably even the last time it might even ever happen in the AFL. I remember you and I were in a minibus on the way home from the Barossa, and we had it up on KO on my phone. We're all huddled around it, watching it.
Yeah, you remember where you were when you saw it.
100%. But did you know, amid all of that chaos, there was 2 Sydney Swans fans who pushed through the hordes of people towards the centre circle, and they spread their nana's ashes.
A little opportunistic.
The siblings' names are Joel and Crystal, and their beloved nana was called Edna, who's now smooshed into the SCG turf.
She's right in there.
She's right in there.
She's also penciled her name next to the great Slut Buddy Franklin. I'm glad, at least. So they just tipped it out onto the ground.
So yeah, basically Edna passed away last year, in the middle of last year. She was 93 years old, so she had a great innings. The siblings said that she was a massive Swans fan and she always wanted to do the coin toss at the SCG, but she never got the chance. So they thought this was the next best thing.
I'm glad they tipped it out and didn't throw it around like confetti around Buddy.
We'll have a bit of a kick, like or handball to him.
Yeah, oi, catch this, Buddy. Oi. Can you kick Edna through the goals for us?
I find it so crazy though that they've gone 1,000th goal. Everyone's rushing onto the field. This is our chance to get out there and spread them.
There's been talk about it, hasn't there? Gil, has come out and said, "Oh, don't run onto the field." But they're like, "Oh, look, if we're pretty close to the front, and like whilst everyone's crowding around Buddy, we just go to the other end of the oval, and just scatter around the 50."
I got me wondering this morning because obviously, like they've planned that to a T.
Yeah, she's been somewhere for a year.
Yeah. What did you do with the ashes? 13, 24, 10.
Last time we did this, we got an unreal call from a guy called Brett.
That's right. I forgot about Brett. Have a listen to this.
My nan was a bit eccentric, and so the family all got together and we decided to stick her into a model rocket and fire above the river at Manham. And it went up to the sky and went pop, and all her ashes spread out into the sky.
They had his nana's ashes, they put them into a rocket, and they fired them into the sky.
She was Rocket Nan.
Rocket Nan, spreading her ashes on everyone.
It doesn't have to be as good as Rocket Nan.
Firing her over the river at Manham.
It doesn't have to be as good as the SCG, but I am curious this morning. 13, 24, 10. What did you do with the ashes?
Hayley, what did you do with the ashes?
Hi guys. My dad passed away, so we actually travelled over to England to Leicester City to King Power Stadium and spread his ashes over there.
Oh, wow. King Power Stadium. I mean, there's been some amazing events there over the recent years. I mean, Leicester won the Premier League. Did your dad get to see that? That would have been iconic.
He actually unfortunately passed away 2 weeks before they won the Premier League. But we know he knew, so.
So where did you spread them then? Like, how did you do it? Did you do it over the grass or just over the seats?
We were actually lucky enough that the stadium gave us a tour, and we were allowed onto the ground.
Oh, so they let you. They gave you permission to spread the ashes.
They did, yeah.
Oh, well, that's nice. Yeah, you would assume...
It must be pretty common.
Yeah, but then you would assume that there is, some sort of rules and regulations about it. I mean, sometimes you're not even allowed on the oval.
Yeah.
Even near the grass.
Yeah.
Oh, Hayley, that's
a good one, Hayley.
That's amazing. Your dad would have loved that. Celeste, what did you do with the ashes?
So we haven't quite got around to spreading the ashes yet, but we've been through a couple of 100-year floods that seem to come every 5 years in our country town, and so every time that happens we have to evacuate. We've popped Mum in the waterproof shopping bag, taken her to a friend's house to evacuate, and a few times we've actually forgotten her. So she's sort of spreading the love in some ways, so we've sort of evacuated, taken her with us.
Yeah.
We've come home a few days later. The longest time we've left it is about a month before we've been sort of sitting around and going, oh no.
It's just a little sleepover.
Yeah, and then we had to call friends and be like, hey, can we come pick up Mum?
So do you have plans to spread them soon or not really?
Well, we were going to do it on the 5-year reunion, and then it just got too hard trying to organise everyone. My sister had a baby, things like that. But my partner and I are actually flying over to Bali to go and do sort of a little romantic getaway. So I was thinking potentially taking her with us there because Mum and Dad used to love going to Bali. So,
what's the
got to do something special.
You could go down Waterbomb Park slide and spread it as you go down the slide.
Maybe. I don't know what the go is with, how there's certain fruits and woods and stuff. I don't know if they're like, what it is. This is human remains. This is ashes. I don't know if you can get that across border security.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, you can go through. Shelby, good morning. What did you do with the ashes?
We haven't actually done it yet, but he's going to go up in fireworks. So my partner passed away last year, and before he passed away, he figured out what he wanted to do, and ideally it's going to be over Sydney Harbour.
Oh, my God.
So you're going to somehow work out how to get the ashes into a firework and then light the firework?
There is definitely ways. His parents figured it out. There's ways to do it.
So Shelby, would you have to get fireworks and go to the Hard Ridge and do it yourself, and then just ask for forgiveness, or do you try and get permission for something like that, or like how?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
I think it'd be a bit of a DIY situation.
Okay,
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I think most people would turn a bit of a blind eye if it's someone's last wishes. You go, oh well, surely they can just, it's not really harming anyone, is it? Richard's given us a buzz. What did you do with the ashes?
Hi, how are you? My father passed away after Christmas. He was a fisherman, and we took him out to sea to spread his ashes over his favourite fishing spot.
Oh, wow.
And just as we were doing the ashes spreading, my brother and sister, a big green wave hit the side of the boat, and I dropped the container with the ashes, and it was only a little bit still full. And he sailed out to sea. He had one more trip in him.
I see. So, like, the container with the ashes sailed off.
That's a bit symbolic.
I like that.
Yeah, bobbed out to sea. So we reckon that he had one more trip in him and he wasn't done yet.
Yeah. I thought, Richard, what you meant was that you were about to spread them and the wave hit and you dropped the ashes and just kind of went all over the boat floor.
Oh,
and then you had to, scrape them up.
Yeah.
But no, yours was much better, Richard.
Much nicer.
Yeah.
In reality. Trish, what did you do with the ashes?
Yeah, my mother-in-law passed away, and she loved fishing and camping, but she just adored the sea. So when she passed away, we went and got one of those biodegradable clams, hot pink it was.
Hang on, what do you get a hot pink biodegradable clam?
You said it like it's so normal, one of those biodegradable clams.
When you go down to Big W and you go down the biodegradable clam aisle.
Do you mean like one of those shell pools? Is that what you mean?
No. It was like a little, takeaway container, but it was actually a biodegradable clam. My sister-in-law bought it online. She bought it online.
Okay.
And we didn't read the instructions, but we put Mum in there, and the three siblings walked out to sea, and they are all 6 foot, so they walked out right past their heads, sort of thing, and pushed Mum out, and we're like, yay! Anyway, the siblings came back into shore, and we popped a bottle of champagne because she liked a bit of a drink, and we're all turned around to cheers Mum, and she'd floated back into shore.
She wanted a drink.
Come back in for a sip.
Back in for a sip.
That's what we reckon. But when we read the instructions, you had to actually take it out in a boat, like 5 or 6 k's out. But
That's unreal, Trish. And that's the end of the Ben and Liam podcast. Ben, you are now one of the last people not to have COVID.
Yeah.
Do you think it's because you have a stronger immune system, or do you think it's just because you're not doing stuff?
I eat a lot of dirt.
Yeah, oh yeah, you always talk about that, how you ate dirt when you were younger, builds up your immunity.
A lot of dirt and a lot of frozen corn.
The frozen corn yarn.
Did you see any of my gaming stories yesterday, Liam?
Oh, we're not getting into this, are we? I mean, I did because I sent you a suggestion.
yeah, saw that. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, Ben was like, hey, I've been playing The Witcher 3 so much, I don't have any other games. And I said, hey, it's this thing called FIFA Ultimate Team.
Yep.
Even though I knew you'd never play that, I thought that'd be pretty funny.
Yeah.
In fact...
so did you I was asking if you liked the general stories, but you seem more hung up that I didn't reshare your specific story.
Yeah, I thought you'd get a bit of a kick out of that, but obviously not. That's
I
fine.
saw it and laughed, but I wasn't going to take a photo of it and
okay.
reshare
That's
that.
that's for you.
Yeah.
You know that page, Celebrity Spell Check?
Yes.
It's always so funny. If you don't follow it, make sure you get around it. It's one of those ones that Sarah just loves, and she was like showing me this one on the weekend, and it was like an influencer was like, OMG, like so many questions, can't get back to everyone. Did you see that one?
I did see that, yeah.
And she'd like asked herself 2 questions, and one of the questions was like, when you're buying, like...
she asked herself one of the questions.
So that's why it was
How do they
awkward.
know?
Because they could see in the screenshot that she'd like caught herself out, and there was like 2 replies. Just say if it was on my account, there was like 2 replies, like Liam Stapleton with the profile picture, so they could
why
tell.
Would it be that stupid that you get caught out like that?
So then she asked herself like, "What white goods do you buy?" When and then the next story was like, "I'm so glad you asked this. Westinghouse would be my favorite for their energy rating," and it was obviously like a sponsored post. So yuck. Yeah,
yucky. Actually, I thought friend of the show Max Burford's reply was actually better than yours. You know how I
what
posted,
did he say?
You know how I posted all the posters and I said, hey, these are my 8 favourite games. Anyone tell me what they all are?
Yeah.
He said, is it FIFA 18, 19, 20, 21?
It's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, because me and Max, we're kind of jocks. We're just sport guys.
Yep.
And we don't really subscribe to all that nerd shit.
Yeah. Even though you watched all the stories.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty invested. I like anything I can do to connect with you better is something I am all for.
Yeah. So Illy replied to my story.
Oh yeah,
which he does more often than not. Yeah, Illy.
I've got him on PlayStation. Do you?
Yeah, I do, but I don't. I got so many people that I've befriended on Instagram on PlayStation that I should just unsubscribe to everybody. So he's in there somewhere. But he said Elden Ring was cooked.
Didn't rate it.
Everyone else was praising it, and he said it was cooked. So I kind of like an honest review.
Yeah, fair enough. Anything else you want to share as far as your games go? No. Nothing there?
No.
Cool. Oh, well, actually, maybe you could help me with this. I know it's FIFA Ultimate Team's not really your game of choice.
You should play, actually, before you tell me this, you should play It Takes Two, a game I talked about.
You recommended that one. It's on the list.
What's it behind?
FIFA. All I play is FIFA. It's
it's not just for you. It's for you and Sarah.
Yeah, I know. It's
play
like
together.
Play. Yeah, it's hard to convince her to play.
I reckon she'll love the story. It's got a really sweet story about. This doesn't spoil it. It's a mum and a dad, and it starts off with them as like they're like human adults, and they've got a little girl. She's about 10.
Yeah,
and there's like tension. They're struggling. And it turns out you learn about 10 minutes into the game they're getting a divorce.
Right.
And then the little girl, they have this conversation with their daughter over dinner, and they tell her they're getting divorced, and then she thinks it's her fault. And so she runs off to her room and she's crying, and she's made these little mummy and daddy dolls, and she cries on them and then falls asleep.
They become real.
The dolls somehow get the mum and dad's like spirits in them. So the mum and the dad are playing as the dolls, and there's this weird book of love, and he's got a French accent, and he puts you through all these different trials.
Yeah.
And the mum and dad fall in love again.
See, I just like a bit of a, penalty shootout.
It's a beautiful story. It's a beautiful story about repairing a broken relationship.
This is the question I have.
And throughout it, you and Sarah have to work together, and you bond, and you learn about each other, and you become stronger.
That sounds nice. Question for you though.
Yes.
So I'm at a crossroads where I think I'm being a bit addicted to FIFA, and
Yep.
I need to chill it out.
Yep.
So I can give you the results either way on this if I
Mm-hmm.
choose to do it. At the moment there is a $1.3 million 92 plus Prime Icon Moments SBC pack.
Yep.
For that I need some very high rated squads. So I basically would have to get rid of almost all of my club or play
to afford it.
Yeah, like most of my money. On the
Yep.
off chance I might get a really good player, or I might get a terrible player.
Haven't you already got really good players if it's worth that much? Like, what could be in that pack that you haven't got yet?
I mean, like a Prime Icon Moments Ronaldo, an R9, like a Ronaldinho, or like a...
Right, so you don't have that?
No, I don't.
Who's the best player you got?
I just sold Eusebio, but my Cruyff is like my mid Cruyff.
What's he rated?
He's 91, but he's like... Yeah. I mean,
So
he's
your
he's
best
worth
cards
like
are
a couple
91.
million. He's worth a few million.
But there are some cards that are 99.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but like sometimes a 98 card wouldn't be worth as much as like a
91.
Yeah, it just
Yep.
depends on like their particular
Yep.
traits and things. But I
Yep.
mean, the question is, do I risk it for the biscuit? And if my thought process is, if it all goes bad, then I'll go, oh, stuff this, I'm giving this game away. And
Yep.
that's probably a good thing.
Yep.
Or if it goes well, then I'm like, hell yeah. I'm locked in.
Oh, lock in.
Should I do it?
I want to know who you get.
All right, hell yeah.
Can you do it now?
Oh, no, it'll take like hours and hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me know how you go.
I'll do it.
All right. See you, podcast up.
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.